Previously on Crack Seed.
Here we go. We're gonna head to a mom and pop store, and it's a crack seed shop. Crack seed store. Here's some of my favorites here. Gummy bears. Gummy bears. Gummy worms. Okay, bye-bye package. Have a safe trip.
Hey guys, it's billmaa here. We are at the DMV. One of the reasons I don't ride the 919 is because its tag has expired, so we're giving up our Hawaii plate and we're gonna go swap it out for a Nebraska one. Alright guys, I'm back. And we are now legal in the state of Nebraska. It's one of the reasons I haven't been doing much vlogging on this bike. This is nice. This is a response / collaboration video with 808 YouTube. You see, I've been away from my house for a couple days and she mailed me a package, and it should be in my mailbox when I get home today. And I thought it was fitting since today was the day that I gave up my Hawaiian plate. They actually took it from me, if you can believe that. Anyway, the contents of the package is stuff called Li-Hing powder, and it's a sweet, or I'm sorry, like a sour, salty powder, and it's definitely a Asian Hawaiian treat. I like to eat it on fruit, but it's really good on, say, gummy bears. It's also good on 808 actually suggested that I rim the glass of a margarita with it. Didn't even think about it, but I bet it would be pretty yummy. And yeah, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. But the significance of me getting this package and the reason I'm vlogging is, well, how do I tell this story? When I first got to Hawaii back in '06, I had a lot of personal things going on in my life. It was a really dark time for me. And coming from Nebraska, going to Hawaii, it was like a culture shock, and I could not stand being on the island. It was just not for me. A lot of people on the mainland think of Hawaii as Waikiki or the North Shore, or maybe just the volcanoes at the Big Island, and you know, that is definitely part of Hawaii, but it's not everything that's there. It's not the entire Hawaii experience, and it's a lot different culturally than the mainland USA, and it caught me off guard. Now, it wasn't Hawaii's fault. It was definitely the fact that, you know, I was going through some personal problems is the reason I was real bitter about being there. And it took me about 6 months to just get used to living on the island. And then after the 6 months had passed, I got used to it, and I could you know, read the street signs. I could find my way around. I got to where I found some food stuff that I liked and some other things, and I really started to enjoy being there. I started to call it home. The biggest turning point of all of that was my son had started preschool, and he began to speak in Pidgin, and he had a Hawaiian accent, and it was really, to me, I was like, well, you know, he is extremely well adapted to Hawaii, and I thought that was so cool to watch, and because of that, I began to just absolutely love the island. And then about 9 months ago, I got orders back to Nebraska, and then I had now a tangible day that I was going to leave the island. My days were numbered there, and I really started to realize how much I was going to miss it. And so I spent my last 6 months there doing all the things that I wanted to do, like a checklist of all the island stuff that I wanted to do, and I really enjoyed that time. I get here to Nebraska and I befriend one of my subscribers, 808 YouTube. She found me through my Hawaii videos, and her and I talk, you know, a lot offline, and she asked me all kinds of questions about how YouTube works, how the whole vlogging scene works, and I introduced her to a lot of my fellow vloggers, Atlas Rider, Ashfoot, you know, all those gangs, Wooden Chairs, the gang, you know. And, you know, soon enough she actually starts vlogging. And the first time I ever saw her vlogs, it really it made me smile, because she to me is a personification of what I remember Hawaii being. I mean, the way she's soft spoken, her accent, and some of the things that she chooses to show. And it, you know, I adore her videos because it is like a little piece of Hawaii that I can, you know, sit down in front of my computer and look at. And I think it's just really cool. And she had asked me quite a while ago if there was anything that I had missed that, you know, she could send me from Hawaii, and I really couldn't think of anything. And I didn't really know her all that well either to ask something like that. We're going to turn down here because this doesn't look very crowded. But the other day I had the craving for some lihing powder, and I asked her, I was like, hey, could you send me some of this stuff? And she was like, sure. And then I suggested we make, you know, kind of a video event out of it, and she was all about that. So here we are, and it's really cool, and I'm pretty excited to go to my mailbox and try the lihing rimmed margaritas this evening.